Ryan was really interesting when I first met him. Really artistic. He has a really great knack of being able to um, construct songs, and he constructs them, like I say, from the heart level. So it just flows from him. I don't. It's not calculated or anything in that way. Ryan definitely comes from a lot of different places. He produces his own music, he writes his own music, he has a vision for where he wants to be. He deals with the people one on one. I've met a lot of the people that he's had to deal with, and he deals with them one on one. He doesn't have a big management company behind him to, sway the direction of what he's doing. And he can write, he can produce, he has his own studio. A lot of artists would say, well, I'm just going to be a songwriter and that's all I'm going to do, and they limit themselves by just going down that one path. Mm-hmm. Ryan doesn't limit himself. He's like, he's a can do. I can do this, I can do that, I can do all these different things. The comparison with him and the bigger artists that I've worked with is about the same. And after working, let's say, with the Mariah Carey or somebody at that level, she does the same thing. She produces, she writes, she's directed, and most of the bigger artists that I've worked with have that same quality. If you listen to a lot of the lyrics that he writes a lot of biblical things. He's obviously a great reader, and he comes up with these really great quotes from, the great authors of our time, and so it's very intellectual, I think. I think Ryan's always going to be, to me, an artist that blends a lot of different kinds of music. But I mean, he came to me with like 15 songs, and they were all very valid and all very capable of being worked, and those are songs that he can give to other artists. I'm doing a lot of stuff in Nashville, and that's all they do. They write songs, and then they give it to other artists, So it may be a place for him as a songwriter and publisher. So when I was working with Ryan, and he would say, he says himself, he writes songs about his struggles and his difficulties in the ring. And he has all these crazy sayings, and I really like one of them, and this I've used actually quite a bit lately, but he goes, you prepare yourself before you go into the ring, and when the bell sounds, you unleash hell. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was absolutely, what an amazing approach at that. There is no struggle when you unleash everything that you have. And so Ryan, call him difficulties if they are in a way, but basically he looks at his life as though he's in the ring. And when that bell sounds, he unleashes everything he's got. And then when the bell's out, he goes back to his corner, and he's just like this normal, happy dude, who's just, it's so funny. He'll call me at certain times during the day, and he'll be really charged on a certain kind of music, and what do you think about this? And so he's not afraid to engage professionals. Sometimes professionals can be intimidating. I know for myself sometimes, I wish I had that carefree style that he has. I really have to get up in the morning and go, okay, I'm going to suit up, I'm going to make it happen. I guess he does the same thing probably, but the way he approaches it in his manner, it's really a neat and refreshing way.